And welcome to the harsh lighting here in the beer garden in front of the fireless pit. We are here to drink beer, and we hope you are as well. Do me a favor and tap that subscribe button down there. It's good for the algorithm, and it's good for my low self-esteem, because I crave the attention of people on the internet. Speaking of people on the internet, name and town, name and country where you are watching from. I love reading where my viewers are from. Lyons, Kansas. Thank you for watching. Edenton, North Carolina, Los Angeles, California, and Herning, Denmark, going international on a Beer Snob's Cheap Brew review. And up this round is, boy, look at it. That lighting is so harsh. Sam Adams Cold Snap White Ale. I had to go back and look at my brew reviews. Go ahead and give it a ring here. I thought I had done this brew already, but according to my over 220 some brew reviews to date, I guess I hadn't. Sam Adams Cold Snap White Ale, 5.3% alcohol. It is described by itself on the back of the label, unfiltered and lively. This crisp white ale gets a kick from a bright blend of smooth spring spices. And it is springtime here in the beer garden, regardless of the time of the year you're watching this video. And we have a bit of a cold snap going on right now. It's got wind advisory going on. So if you see cows and dogs blowing past us in the background, it's expected. All right. Of course, we're going to be drinking out of the green label for 2024, a Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review pint glass, where you never drink alone. It even says so right there on the glass, so it has to be true, only to be complemented by the green label painted leather Richardson's trucker cap. Very good. Ring the bell again one more time for that. Let's go ahead and pop the top on Cold Snap White Ale from Sam Adams. As I'm popping the top, let me remind you that I'm not a big fan of Sam Adams. There's something they have in their beer or the brewing process that I must be mildly allergic to, because my ears start turning red and I start feeling hot. I don't find really any Sam Adams that refreshing. Go back after this brew review and check out some of my other brew reviews for other Sam Adams brews. White ale, not a big fan of. I had to drink 5 gallons of white ale that I home brewed, and it actually turned out really good. It was my first attempt at a white ale, but I brewed it, bottled it myself, and I tried to get some of my beer drinking friends to try it, but nobody was around and nobody really kind of liked it. I kind of liked it, and I had to wind up drinking the whole 5 gallons myself. So after I drank 5 gallons of white ale, I was kind of over it permanently. That's kind of cool. I kind of like, what do you think about beer companies that put the little message on the inside of the cap? Cheers, it says. I kind of like that. All right, let's go ahead and give it a pour, shall we? White ale is usually brewed with some sort of a peel, like a lemon peel or an orange peel, which, give or take, and excuse me if I keep going, the pollinating has begun here in the beer garden as it is springtime. The Grand Fig has really bloomed in the last week or so, and usually white ales are unfiltered, which I kind of give or take on that. Do they tell us what kind of spices? I like spicy beer. Well, I'm raring to go on this one, aren't I? Time for the nose, shall we? White ales aren't really known for their head. It's kind of like a bad date. Yeah, definitely getting that citrusy, kind of lemony. I can see why this is good for a cold snap springtime, a good spring pollen beer. I'm overwhelmed by the pollen out here and the harsh lighting. But really, that's all I'm pulling out of that. Just some citrus notes, not necessarily natural. They may have used it, but it does kind of reminds me of Lemon Pledge furniture polish. Not a whole lot of, absolutely no malt, absolutely no hops, just a lot of lemon pledge furniture polish. All right, as we do here in the beer garden, like I said earlier, you never drink alone. Again, town and state, town and country where you're watching from, and grab yourself a beer. It's time for the liquid to hit the lips. All right, cheers. God. Whew. God. All right. That's another thing with like white ales. It doesn't taste cold. It's called cold snap, but the beer doesn't taste cold. I just pulled it out of my garage refrigerator. I call it Ken because it's a Kenmore. So it's easier just besides saying, hey, you got any beer? Instead of saying, yeah, it's in the garage refrigerator. It's easier to just say it's in Ken, or Ken has your beer for you. Everybody knows who comes over what I'm talking about. All right, it tastes a lot, or reminds me a lot of a wheat beer. And I don't like wheat beers for the reason I just said, that it never tastes cold. It's not thirst quenching. This is more bitter than any white ale I've ever had. A bitter lemon pledge furniture polish. A very thick mouthfeel. I mean, it's as far as white ales go, I mean, it's unfiltered, but nothing. It's not like an apple cider. But it feels a lot thicker than it is. There goes the head. There's no head on it. There's no lacing on it. If you're new to beer drinking, lacing is the foamy remnants that stick to the inside of the glass, which is usually indicative of some sort of quality, either in the ingredients or the brewing process. And as you can see there, that there ain't no lacing, which makes me think about the quality. Now I'm getting an overwhelming vapor trail of like lemon potpourri or some type of fake citrusy potpourri. Oh God. I got this in a seasonal pack, 12 pack for $16.99, so definitely not cheap. But thank God it was in a seasonal pack and there were only 3 of these, because I pass on Sam Adams Cold Snap White Ale. So coming up in just a couple of seconds, out of 5 stars, I'm going to give you how many stars I think this is worth. Oh, God. And thank you for your sub and support, town and state or town and country where you are viewing from. Sam Adams Cold Snap White Ale, I'm going to have to rack you up at a 1.78 out of 5 stars. Absolutely nothing enjoyable about this. Meanwhile, message me down below if you want the other 2 that are in Ken. Hey, again, thank you for your sub and support, town and state, town and country where you're viewing from, and check out some more of my over 220 brew reviews. And also, if you'd like to suggest some brew reviews for me to review, love to hear them, love to taste them. And hey, it's a beautiful day here in the beer garden. Check out some more of my over 220 brew reviews to date, and grab yourself a brew and you drink that brew. I will see you in the next Beer Snob's Cheap Brew Review. Cheers.